What's up, everyone? We are back for part 9 of our Conan walkthrough. Last we left, we beat the living crap out of... what's-his-face, Bone Cleaver, for the second time. Dude can't stop us. Turns out it was the father of Akana, the god brother of the bad guy, that we're actually trying to take out. And, yeah, so we're going to the Well of Dreams. It's kind of this... to be honest, I don't really understand what's happening now. What I do know is this part is... we get access to one enemy that is absolutely insane. Like, just 100% crazy. We are going to try to group these lions. Oh, I didn't know there was 3. So trying to group the lions so we can kill them as quickly as possible. That is the Sumerian. That's one of our one of our one-handed abilities. So yeah, here we're going to get access, or we're gonna fight a couple of dudes. One in particular, this guy. He can do the. He can do some incredible. This. Whew. And oh, we can't even take his weapon from him. We're just gonna freeze these guys. It is literally not worth it. They're really powerful, and if they get lucky, they can demolish your health super easily. I don't believe that there's anything else over here. I believe these guys have a little. You know what? Maybe they don't have any extra health. Where are we going? Are we going up? Oh yeah, we're knocking some stuff down. So I believe we will get one of our final magic power-ups in this level. I think we're missing some stuff, but it's not super important. So I believe that if we do this, these guys aren't super difficult to parry. So if you guys remember how difficult it was for me to parry those guys at the very beginning of the game, the captains, things do get easier. Yeah, they get easier. As always, Stone Prison is your friend. And parrying can be your friend when you end up running into a bunch of really difficult enemies. Yeah, Stone Prison is the greatest thing in the history of things. Let's see if we can throw him into the fire. Nope. No. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Grab a little health for ourselves. And we'll look out into the Well of Dreams. I don't know what is over here. I don't know where we are. Pretty sure it's not important. So we've got some lions being annoying. We're going to freeze them. As you can tell, I'm not a fan of lions. We have one other lion coming up. And we're actually going to destroy him the real way. That just shows us a door that we are going to eventually have to open. And we're going to destroy the lion the same way that we did the one in Bone Cleaver Land. Oh, that's so annoying. Because we have these stupid places where it... these little areas where we go airborne for just half a second. Oh my god, did you see that? So this is why it always helps to stun lions. Just not fight them at all. We're going to wait here, let this cave in, and here we will find a rune triumvirate. We're going to do this one fairly quickly. Despite all of the enemies around, I think we have to go up here. Yeah. So a bunch of enemies are going to spawn, and we will get access. We now have access to the Void. We don't have enough ability, we don't have enough armor power yet, but because we are going to cash out, Oh, come on. Nice. We can actually use this ability. Hopefully we'll have gathered a bunch of bad guys. Yep. Ton of... There you go. So this literally rips a hole in reality. Which is... oh, we want to get away from that. I'm going to hit these guys as much as possible. They do a crazy amount of damage. Let's see if we can trick these guys into coming over here. I actually don't know how long this lasts. Maybe it's the number of enemies? Oof. Cool. So it's a useful spell, but I mean, if you noticed, it took four armor rune slots. So again, not super useful comparatively to like Stone Prison, which would have been able to do all of that and more. Oh, we don't do that yet. I don't believe. I believe we jump up and around. Here we go. So we knock this down. Ooh. Bah. So I've actually jumped off this early and been crushed by this piece of block and died. It was very embarrassing. I was tempted to let it happen to me this time, but because we want to make this a fairly deathless run. Cool. You know, is there any? You know, I can't remember if there's anything over here on this
now
little
let's see what we have.
area. I don't think that there is. Cool. Nothing over here. All right, great. So let's go through this door. We are going to get access to another area in which there are... I don't think we're to the Inkmen yet, but there are the return of my favorite enemy, the frickin' giant apes. I believe they show up here. If that is the case, we're just going to stone them. We're just going to stone prison their butts. Their giant,
the lair of the ground
butts.
dwellers.
Bob. So there's a save point here. We are not worried about dying. Checkpoints are very forgiving, and we are going to do this in one playthrough. There's an ape that obviously comes out of there. It's very obvious. Let's bop this guy. Oh. There's a block breaking attack. These guys hit a... Whoop. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Let's see if we can get both of these. Ah! So finicky.
One less dog in
great.
the streets.
We get a one-hit parry kill on this dude. Let's see if we can do the same to this guy. Perfect. And then... Ugh. You guys remember this? You remember how fun this is? It's the worst enemy in the game. Let's see if we can... Yeah, there we go. So then we've got this dude who wants to throw stuff at us. We totally let him. These apes they favor that sort of block breaking attack. We don't care about that. We just say die. We're gonna get a couple of enemies coming up here from the sand. We can ignore them completely if we want. But we are not going to.
Die, you cur.
Like literally you can just run over here. Oh wait, we can't grab these guys, duh. Can we throw them off the edge? We cannot. Man, okay. We're gonna go this way. I can't remember. Ooh, I totally forgot about that. I did not even... I totally forgot that happened. So that is the terrible inkiness of Graven. It is sort of overflowing as we have let him out of his prison. That's all this stuff here. This gross black ichor. It's icky. let's get this, oh, come on. Let's grab this. So, you may be wondering, what could the wyverns possibly be doing down here? And I'm wondering the same thing. How? Just how? How did they get here? I'm so annoyed with them. We're just gonna kill them. God, I hate them so much. Such a dumb enemy. Cool. So let's keep going. We're gonna, this time we're going to avoid the inky blackness that is coming down to mess up our jumps. It's actually one of the parts of the game that I don't have as much practice with. That's one. Nope. Yeah, I actually don't have a ton of practice with this level. So it goes double, and then we just go, or we just die. All right, so let's wait. There's 1, 2. We wait for this guy because there's 2, and then we're good. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, and there are wyverns. Oh, you dumb enemies! Tempted to not even fight you because you're so dumb, but that's not how we roll. We're gonna destroy everything. I think there's only a couple of enemies that we have allowed to survive that have crossed our paths. I think the main reason that we are allowing this to happen is because they really pose no threat, and they can actually give us some decent stuff if we kill them in the right way. So we're getting a little life back. See if we can get Mitra's hand. Oh, no. We cannot. I think we have some ape action coming up. Of course we do. We are going to just throw crap at them. Because that is, as far as I'm concerned, the easiest way to... Wow. That was actually pretty crazy. Ooh, there you go. So you, there was actually a quick time event there. So if they beat their chest like that, they will actually, they'll charge you, and it's fairly rare that they end up doing that. But it's useful. Let's bot this guy. It's useful because all you have to do is hit B and then X, and then you can kind of do the thing where you impale them on your weapon. So I'm able to do it here, yeah. And that's cool. Like, oh, I hit Y instead of X. Oof. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So I believe that, yeah. So, do we want to fight this guy? I don't know. Actually, we'll just freeze him, because there's no good reason not to. He is hiding a stone prison, a armor upgrade. Jeez. That guy took forever. And he looks freaking weird. Okay, so if we want, we can come over here, grab this. Do we want this big sword? Do we want this? Let's keep the pole axe, the giant spear thing. Anything over here we want? No, it doesn't look like it. We're gonna pull down this giant wall of skulls and keep cooking. So I believe we have a guy who's going to be throwing crap at us. We can stop him from doing that by beating the living tar out of him. So that Outlaw's Hilt, this why? So this Outlaw's Hilt thing, this bam, that's actually a fairly good sort of like stun style attack. It stuns enemies, or at least staggers them to a degree, which is fairly useful. You can use it on those large... Oh, go away. How'd you even get down here? This is underground. Also, how are you ubiquitous to like all the areas of Hyboria? I don't understand you. here. Okay. Grab a little extra health, and we'll keep cooking. So any of these like breakable walls, you will see. Ugh. Let's see if we can stun both of these bros. Nice.
Be gone, you spawn of hell.
And I believe there's another one, but these guys are a little bit easier to beat for whatever reason. Bop. Bop. Okay, is that seriously another wyvern? I forgot that there were so dang many of these guys. We are going to avoid them. There's no purpose in fighting them. And then all we have to do here is knock down this guy here by chopping. And forgot this.
Kill you all.
See if we can do this before anybody hits me. Great. Ooh. Okay, so we're gonna trick this dude. We want to stay out of his. Oh, let's just knock this down. Let's not even worry about it. Not even worry about these guys. Whoa. No. No. This is what I mean. The endless amounts of damage. They just catch you in this brutal hit stun string where it's just like constant damage, and then multiple guys dogpile you, and dude, you just take all the swords to the face.
Show me Graven.
All right, we're gonna jump into the rift. Cool. So total time played 15 minutes. Do we have? Let's keep going. If we don't like where we're at, if we feel like this next little bit is too long, I'll save over it. I'll come back here and we'll start anew. But I think we can keep going. 17 minutes. Yeah, I think we can do this fairly quickly. What do we have next? I think is this. Okay. So here we are going to fight a bunch of the enemies that we fought earlier in the game, and they actually do. They have a ton more damage. They do a bunch. They have a bunch more like strings and strikes, but because we are using our two-handed weapon and we are beefy damage dealers, it doesn't really matter. We are going to use their moves or their swords. These blue guys are just as annoying as they're kind of the. But the easiest way to defeat them is XB. They're a little tricky. You kind of move around a lot, and they can do a butt ton of damage. I believe we can. Whoa! I don't know how I did that. That's never happened before. But now it just becomes us taking out these statues. You can leap that different string. This creates a little, whatchamacallit, that creates a, like it creates a fall. It creates a fall, sort of a ground pound. Whoop. So we just jump it. I believe we have a couple of statues out here. Oh, look at how much damage that did. It's ridiculous. We're not gonna be silly here. Oh, we totally are gonna be silly, but we killed him. So we're at 19 minutes. We'll see if we want to keep going. I don't think we actually even need to beat all. Oh, yeah, I don't even think we need to beat all these guys. I think we can run away. Oh, maybe not. Do we have to go through that door? Okay, so we have to go through that door. little bit tricky. Oh, we definitely want the two-handed weapon. Where did it go? I guess we can throw it at this dude. You can actually throw all this stuff. Turns out he's blocking him like a dildo, though. Jerk. Where did our two-handed weapon go?